So when he came back to the hospital that night, I didn't say anything. I just let this man take his shower, roll over, and snow his little fat ass to sleep. I didn't say not one word. I bet y'all are so proud of me, because I bet y'all just like, she about to say something. I did. Ooh, I didn't, because I was just trying to be smarter, because I don't know. But anyway, I didn't say anything. I went on like everything was normal. And I started noticing that the less that I talk about what he was doing when he wasn't there, the less I saw him. The less he would spend at the hospital. It started to become, it started to get to the point to where it's like, he would leave 7 o'clock in the morning and don't come back till 10 o'clock at night. And I was starting to be okay with that, because in the midst of all of that, I was becoming real close with the nurses. I was walking around, like they was letting me walk around. So I would walk around to all the other different rooms, going to the different classes, you know, learning about what the process is with the NICU, learning about premature babies, taking the breastfeeding class, even though I had already breastfed both of my kids prior. Still, it was something to do, because if I was in the room, all I was doing was playing the game and playing with puzzles, putting puzzles together and listening to music and trying to practice yoga. So, yeah, I was bored out of my mind. But even though I wasn't saying anything to D about what he was doing, because I noticed that he would go to a lot of different hotels just from tracking the app. He would go to a lot of different hotels, and like his stories weren't adding up when I would call him and he wouldn't answer. I'm like, because I was sitting there putting two and two together, and I kept seeing these cash out charges, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna just hold on to this information. Just hold on. So couple of weeks, about a week or two went by, and D is off of work and he is playing the game, and I'm laying in my hospital bed, and he put the remote down and picked up his phone and picked up his Instagram. He went to his Instagram, and then from his Instagram he went to my Instagram, and he was just like, who is this guy? And I'm like, huh? He was like, who is this nigga right here? And he showed me a picture of me, and there was a comment with a heart. Some guy had a comment with a heart. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm like, I don't know who that is. He was like, you don't know who it is, but he leaving hearts under your picture. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is. Just some random person. So said, just some random nigga leaving hearts under your picture. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, did I respond to it? He's like, no, you didn't respond to it, but you left the heart up there. I'm like, what? He was like, you left the heart up there. You must like the attention. You left the heart up there. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how does that make sense? The person commented a heart. I didn't even respond to it. I just left it up there, and you mad because I left it up there? He was like, yeah, you should have deleted it. If you don't know who it is, why you gotta leave it up there? You could have deleted it. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna delete it. He said, no, you ain't gotta delete it. I went to his page to see if you liked any of his pictures. I'm like, okay, and did I? He said, yeah, you did. I'm like, okay, show me. Show me the picture that I like. Please show me the picture that I like, because I don't know this person. So he go to his page, he strolled down a good little bit. He was like, here, right here. Show me a picture of this man holding a baby. A baby. Like, he strolled for a minute to show me a picture that I like of this man holding a baby. All the selfies that this man got on his page, he go to the one of him holding a baby, because that was the only picture that I liked on this man's page, him holding a baby. So what does that tell you? I was liking the picture because the baby was in it, not the man. So I'm just like, I thought the baby was cute. He was like, don't. I'm like, D, I'm serious. I don't know this person. I thought the baby was cute. He's like, but he leaving hearts under your picture. He leaving hearts on you. This what you like? You like this attention, huh? You like the attention. I'm like, I don't like attention. Like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, he just left the heart. He's like, well, delete it then. Delete it then. If it don't mean that a nigga put a heart under your picture, you need to delete it. You don't need to leave that shit up there. That's embarrassing for me. I go on my girl page and niggas just leaving hearts. And I'm just like, okay, all right. I'll go up and I delete every heart from every nigga on all my posts. He's like, you trying to be funny, but I'm dead serious. Yeah, you do that. You do that. And I'm like, ah. He's like, do it again. Do it again. And I looked at him. I'm like, I'm doing what you asked me to do, and you still sitting up here and yuck. And before I could get it all out, his hand was across my neck. He was just like, shut the fuck up. Don't you shut the fuck up. Don't nobody give a fuck about the fuck you trying to say right now. I don't give a fuck about what you trying to say. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing your voice. Shut up. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. I'm like, okay. I can't breathe. D, I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. And then he's starting to loosen up his grip. But with his hand bent over my neck, of course I'm hooked up to monitors. My heart rate just started beating. And my monitor just like beep, 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 beep. I'm like, D, you're making the machine go off. You're making the machine go off. They're going to come here, please. I'm like, please, just stop. Please, please. And my thing is going beep, 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 beep. Sure enough, knock on my room door. Miss Smith. And they came right on in. They came in, was like, everything okay in here? I was like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. The nurse looked at me. She glared at D. She looked back at me. Is everything okay in here, Miss Smith? Are you sure? Because your heart rate is just going through the roof right now. And I'm like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. She was like, okay, well, they're about to start the class on breastfeeding. I was like, I did. Like, it's the second part of the breastfeeding class. You know you did one this morning. But we're going to do we're doing the second part. Remember we told you about the second part? And I was like, oh, yeah. She's like, okay, so we about to get ready to go down there. Do we need us to get you a wheelchair, or are you okay to walk? I was like, I'm okay to walk. I'm like, I'll walk. And she's like, okay. Do you want to come now? I was like, yeah, let's go now. And then I turned back and looked at D. I was like, are you going to stay here, or are you going to leave? And he just like glared at me. And I was like, okay, all right. I'll be back. And I walked out with the nurse. And as he was walking downstairs, she just kind of just put her arm around me. And she was just like, I know you're here by yourself. I know your family isn't here. Because like I said, I was getting close with the nurse. Said, I know your family isn't here. But we're here. We got you. Just got to let us know what we need to get. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, I get it. But I'm fine. She was like, okay, we got you. I was like, I'm okay. So she was like, look, I'm going to take you to the book room. And you just do a puzzle there for a little while. And then when you're ready, you can walk back to the room. Whenever you're ready, you can walk back to the room. I was like, okay. She was like, well, hopefully he'll be gone. Hopefully he'll be gone. I was like, okay, I'm like, he's not that bad. It's okay. I'm like, it's okay. I just get a little nervous sometimes. I got real bad anxiety. And she just like, again, we can help you, but you gotta let us know what we need to help, okay? And I was like, okay, all right. So she left. I did the puzzle for a little bit. I took maybe like 30 minutes. I went back to the room. D wasn't there. He was not there, and I did not care. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Maybe an hour went by and a nurse came in and was like, hey, you've been upgraded. I'm like, I've been upgraded. It's like, yes, since you're our longest patient here, we are upgrading your room to the suite. I'm like, the suite? What's the suite? She said, well, it's typically for people that we know are going to be in here for a while. It's just a bigger room. We're just going to put you in a bigger room and get you out of this small room. I was like, all right, we're going to upgrade to the suite. So I ended up gathering up all my stuff, and they took me to the suite, which was a big room. It had two sofas in it. It had one long pull-out sofa, then they had a chair that pulled out, and then they had a roll-in bed. And if you've seen those pictures on part 44, at the beginning of part 44, that Darian had pushed his bed beside mine, and that's the room that we were in. He had pushed his bed to be right beside mine.